Okay, this lesson is over multiplying and dividing in scientific notation. I want you guys to practice it a little bit more. Okay, we have a few problems for me to go through with a video, and then the last part of the lesson is for you guys to do some practice problems on a slide. Okay, so slide 1. Okay, the shortcuts. Okay, to multiply numbers in scientific notation, multiply the decimals, add the exponents. When you divide numbers in scientific notation, divide the decimals, subtract the exponents. Okay, you don't have to worry about common exponents like you do with addition or subtraction. Okay, that part's easier. Okay, but you still may have to fix the answer. Okay, because remember, to be in scientific notation, the first number has to be between 1 and 10. Okay, so if that doesn't happen, you got to do some fixing. And the trick is, for every space, you have to move the decimal point to the left, add 1 to the exponent. For every space, you have to move the decimal point to the right, take 1 away from the exponent. Okay, and I did an all app on half screen so I could figure out my division if I had to. Okay, let's do some problems together. Multiply 3 times 10 to the 8th times 2 times 10 to the 8th. Okay, you multiply the decimals, add the exponents. Okay, so 3 times 2, multiplying 3 times 2, I get 6 times 10, control period to get the exponent. Sometimes you have to do it a couple times for it to work. So 6 times 10, okay, then add the 8 and the 8. So we get 6 times 10 to the 16. Okay, 6 is between 1 and 10, so we're good. We don't have to go any further. Okay, problem 2, divide 8.4 times 10 to the 12th divided by 4 times 10 to the 8th. Okay, so the division problem, you divide the decimals, subtract the exponents. So I need to take, this is why I'm using my all app, I need to take 8.4 divided by 4. You can't do this in your head. Sometimes I'll just write it down to be sure. 4 into 8 goes twice, exactly twice. Okay, keep the decimal point in the same place up here. Okay, 4 goes into 4 exactly 1 time. So 2.1 is what we get when we divide the decimals. Okay, times, it's always times 10, times 10, control period to get to my exponent. Okay, you got to subtract 12 minus 8. Okay, this is a division problem, so subtract 12 minus 8 is 4. Okay, 2.1 times 10 to the 4th. Okay, 2.1 is between 1 and 10, so we're good. Okay, problem 3, another multiply problem. 7.2 times 10 to the 4th times 2 times 10 to the 8th. Okay, we need to multiply the 7.2 and the 2. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4, 7 times 2 is 14. I have a total of 1 digit following my decimal point up here in the problem. So I need to have a total of 1 digit following the decimal point in my answer. So it's 14.4. If you're typing and it's real small, click control period to get it back. 14.4 times 10. Okay, so I multiplied 7.2 times 2. Okay, now add the exponents. 4 plus 8 is 12. Okay, so I get 14.4 times 10 to the 12th. Okay, look at that answer carefully. 14.4 is not between 1 and 10. Okay, so I got to use my thinking cap. I got to move that decimal point 1 to the left, because 1.44 is between 1 and 10, so that'd be okay. Move that decimal point 1 to the left, as long as I add 1 to the exponent. So that's 1.44 times 10. Okay, add 1 to the 12, we get 13. My final answer is 1.44 times 10 to the 13th. Okay, problem 4. Divide 2 times 10 to the 9th divided by 5 times 10 to the 3rd. Okay, so with the divide problem, you divide the decimals and you subtract the exponents. So I need to take 2 divided by 5. Okay, I'm going to put a decimal point, make that 2.0. Okay, because 5 won't go into 2. The 5 will go into 20 exactly 4 times. So 0.4. Okay, I could type 0.4. I'm going to do 0.4. Either one. So times 10 to the, subtract the exponents. 9 minus 3 is 6. 0.4 times 10 to the 6. Okay, look carefully at your 0.4. 0.4 is not between 1 and 10. 0.4 would be between 1 and 10 if I move the decimal point 1 to the right. So I could move the decimal 1 to the right as long as I take away 1 from the exponent. So that would be 4.0 times 10 to the 7th. I moved my decimal 1 to the right, so therefore I have to take away 1 from the decimal. Well, when I added it, that should be 5. I double check myself. Move the decimal 1 to the right, take 1 away. Okay, so 4 times 10 to the 5th. Sorry about that. Okay, last one we're going to do together. Multiply 5.2 times 10 to the 4th times 3 times 10 to the 8th. Okay, multiply the decimals, add the exponents. So I got to take 5.2 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 digit following the decimal point in my entire problem. So 1 digit following the decimal point in my answer, 15.6. So I get 15.6 times 10. Okay, add the exponents. 4 plus 8 is 12. Sometimes control period doesn't work. So I get 15.6 times 10 to the 12th. Okay, it's a correct answer, but it's not in scientific notation. 15.6 is too big. Okay, it's larger than 10. So I got to move that decimal 1 to the left so that the number is between 1 and 10, because 1.56 would be between 1 and 10. But I have to add to the exponent. So 1.56 times 10 to the 13th. Okay, don't give up on this. Just remember, when you multiply scientific notation, you multiply the decimals and add. To divide scientific notation, you divide the decimals and subtract. Okay, the next slide I'll let you do by yourself. I want you to do the multiply and divide problems, drag the correct answer. For this for Google slides, I just used a slash for division because I couldn't make the division really work out like I wanted. So this slash means it's a division problem. Okay, so you can drag the correct answers up. There are extras. Okay, there are extras that you won't use. So don't just kind of glance at the problem and think, okay, it's got to be this. Okay, you want to do the best you can. I did throw in some negatives that we didn't do before, but just do the best you can and let me know if you have any questions at all.